Yeah. Good morning, Tiens. Good morning, millionaires. Okay. It's so amazing to be here today to share with you some other information that will help you push your business to the top. That will also give you some amazing results, especially online. At this present moment, we have a lot of people now understanding that they need to put their business online. They need to structure their business online so as for them to have higher visibility, higher profitability. So we have a lot of people who are doing business online right now. So there is noise and the crowd out there is so much. But there are certain things you need to put in place to make you stand out, to make you unique, so that out of all these people who are doing this online, putting their business online, you will stand out, you'll be unique. And I guarantee you, with some of the information you'll be hearing today, it will make you stand out. It will improve your visibility online and it will make you more professional. So today we'll be talking about how to create compelling invitation for online presentation, which is going to be part of our social media strategy. Okay. So we won't waste so much of our time. I would like you to have your pen and jotter here because I'll be sharing some script with you. I'll be sharing some word for word script that you can actually use. I don't really like putting out too much theory when it comes to training on anything related to online. I love things that are practical, that you can actually start implementing immediately after the training. So get your pen, get your paper, and put them down. I've given you some word for word script that you can say, that you can use when your prospect say this, what you can reply with online while you are chatting. So as for you to have a successful invitation to your online presentation. Are we ready? Are we ready? Let me see you say ready in the comment section if you are ready. Give me the ready, ready, ready. Okay. So we can move on. All right. Are we ready? Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. That's very interesting. So without wasting too much of our time, go down them. So first thing, there's something we need to remember every time we are doing our business online, every time we are presenting, every time we are inviting or doing anything related to our business online. You see, the goal is to go through the 7 steps a professional network marketer go through as quickly as possible. We have 7 steps. We have prospecting, we have invitation, we have presentation, we have follow-up, we have getting started, which is also the training, we have promoting event and duplication. These are the steps you need to go through with your prospect. You prospect them first to bring them, to invite them to your presentation. Then after the presentation, you follow up. And then after following up, they get to sign up with you either as a customer or as an associate or downline. Then you train them. You need to give them the information required for them to succeed in this business, in this opportunity. And after that, you train them on how to promote events, because you are having events. We are in an event-based business. Then after going through all these, then you teach them to duplicate everything as well. So they as well will go back and do their prospecting. They will invite, they will present, they'll follow up, they'll train, and then they promote events and then teach these people they are bringing in as well to duplicate. So these steps are very, very important. These are the steps a professional network marketer has to go through to be successful in this industry. But the goal here is to make you go through these steps as quickly as possible. Relationship building shouldn't take you 6 months. It shouldn't take you 6 months to build a relationship with someone online. So we want you to be able to fast track this. You go through, we are not skipping any of these steps, but we'll be going through all these steps as quickly as possible so as for you to get your results immediately. So this is something you have to remember. So anytime you are online, know that you are going through these steps, but you have to go through them as quickly as possible with each of your prospects. In fact, do you know that you can build relationship with someone who can get to know you, like you, and trust you within an hour, within 2 hours? It depends on your strategy online. So relationship building shouldn't take you 6 months like before. Now you have everything that you can make use of online. We have all the gadgets, you have all the resources online to help you build relationship within a very short period of time, so as for you to be able to excel, because we get paid monthly. So that means you have to bring in achievement, you have to get results every day for you to be paid every month. So you have to fast track all these steps. So that's something I would like you to remember as we go through all this. Okay. Then now paying attention very well, because I will be going very quickly so as to allow enough time for question. but I'll go deep down as much as possible. There are quite some strategies and language that won't work well in your environment because of the awareness level. We have different level of awareness for your prospect, for people. They are at different level of awareness. So you have to understand what level is your prospect at. Are they at the cold level? Are they at the warm level? Or are they at the hot level? So the level at which they are will determine how you prospect them, will determine the strategy you use for them, will determine the language and the choice of word you use for them. Look at some examples. Live presentation versus recorded video. There are some caliber of prospects who you should not try giving presentation to using pre-recorded video. You need to get them live. I use the two. I use live presentation and I use pre-recorded video. I have a platform where I've recorded the presentation. So when I prospect and invite, I just send them there, they watch it and then I follow up. But there are some class of prospects, you don't dare do that with them. You won't get a positive feedback. They will not even watch it. They will not even go through it. Some of them will even skip through it. In the first minute, they'll just forward the video to the 50 minutes, they won't go through it. But there are some caliber of prospects that you can do that with. Then it depends on the environment and their level of awareness. There are some that you need to get them on live presentation. Another one is Zoom versus Facebook Live versus WhatsApp. There's some caliber of prospects you need to bring on Zoom for your presentation. There's some caliber of prospects who you need to bring on Facebook Live. There's some caliber of prospects you need to bring on YouTube Live. There's some caliber of prospects you need to do your presentation for on WhatsApp. So you need to understand the level of awareness at which your prospect is at that moment. There's some people who find it so difficult. No matter how much you explain to them, they find it so difficult to set up Zoom, as simple as it is. So what you just have to do is have an alternative, bringing them, and the management has done so well. We have alternative. You listen to trainings on Zoom, on Facebook Live, on YouTube. You should duplicate that as well. So there are some caliber of prospect that you will get better feedback from them when you do your presentation with them on Facebook, because most people already have Facebook and it is so easy for them to just hop on a Facebook Live and watch. Some people, though not so much at this moment, some people don't even have Zoom and they are not even ready to set up Zoom. They will tell you they don't have enough space on their phone. So you should understand the level of awareness at which your prospect is at that moment. Some of your prospects, some people you will meet online and offline as prospects, they want network marketing. They want actually network marketing. When you are telling them about another opportunity that is not network marketing, they tell you no. I've met people like that. I have people like that in my team. Straight up. The fastest presentation I've ever done, I had the presentation with someone in 7 minutes and the person signed up and did $200 package, 7 minutes presentation. The person wanted network marketing directly. So at the beginning of my presentation, when I was still opening the person's mind, it was just there. But at the point where I get to steps where the person needs to take to sign up, to do this, and then to introduce, he was like, this is what I want. He told me not to even continue the presentation. He signed up within 7 minutes. Some people like that, you will make them, they want network marketing. They want the structure. Some of them don't know the name, but they want that structure. They want that duplicating structure for them to make money. So you should understand the level at which your prospect is in terms of awareness. Some prospects don't want to hear anything about network marketing. They don't, because probably they've had wrong perspective about it. They've had wrong mindset, or they've met someone who didn't do it right with them in the past. So they don't want to hear about network marketing. And it's not as if they can't do it. So you need to understand the level at which they are for you to know how to tailor your invitation, how to tailor your prospecting, and how to tailor your presentation. I've had people like that too as well. At the beginning, they put out, they put out their mind that they don't want anything like that. But at the end of the presentation, they eventually signed up, because I used different language and different strategy for them to expose them, to get them educated that, okay, this is how it works. This is how it doesn't work. Okay, so using of the strategy you'll be using and the language, the choice of what you're using will be dependent on the level of awareness of your prospect. There are some prospects who don't care. They don't want to know. They don't want to know the name of your company. They don't want to know what the company does. They don't want to know if the company is into nutrition, if the company is into health. They don't want to know even if it is network marketing. They don't care. They don't care about the company profile. What they will ask you is, can I make money? If yes, has anyone made money? Yes, here's my sign-up fee. There are some prospects like that. They don't care how the money is made. They don't care if it's traditional business. They don't care if it's network marketing business. They don't care if the company has been existing for 25 years. They don't care if the company just started yesterday. They don't care if the company has quality product. They don't want to care. They don't even care about those information. What they ask, what they are bothered about is, can I make money legally? And has anyone made money there? Show me those who have made money there. This, and then the sign up. So you should understand the level at which your prospect is. This will determine the strategy you'll be using for them and your language. Okay, we needed to take care of this before we go deep down so that you understand how to structure your invitation, the strategy you'll be using and the languages you'll be using. Okay, some people want what is in trend. There are some prospects you meet, they will ask you, how many people are using this product? How many people have joined Teens in Nigeria? For how long has Teens been in Nigeria? For how long has Teens existed? These are the information they care about. So when you tell them Teens has over 40 million distributors, Teens has over 40 million people, in it, 40 million families. Oh, they like that. What is in trend? What everybody is doing. Some people like that. Why there are some people who want exclusivity. Once you mention that there are 40 million families in it, they tell you no. They might not tell you the reason why they are telling you no. They want exclusivity, especially among the rich. When you tell them that everyone knows this person is doing it, this person is doing it, and the person you are mentioning, they are not people of high caliber like them, they won't opt in. So you have to understand. So when you're meeting this caliber of people who want exclusivity, you show them how exclusive TNS is. I've used, there's a page in the registration kit where the chairman of the company, Lee Juan, was having handshake with different presidents. That was what I used for someone, and the person signed up because of the fact that he saw the image of the company as a company where the founder is reaching out and meeting with different presidents of different countries. So this is what you want. So you should understand the level of awareness of your prospects to be able to know the strategy that fits them and the language that is used for them. So your prospect's personality and level of awareness or level of readiness will affect the strategy and language you use to prospect, the language you use to invite, and the language you use to present to them. Okay, if you are with me, let me know in the comment section. Just give me one in the comment section. Okay, now, how to create conversation that leads to invitation. This is one-on-one strategy. How can you create conversation? How can you start up conversation with someone online that can lead you to inviting the person as quick as possible? Remember what I talked about at the beginning, that you want to go through the steps that makes you a professional network marketer, but in the shortest period of time. You can create relationship, build relationship, solidify relationship within 1 hour, within 2 hours, if you understand the strategy, if you understand the language you should use for that person, and if you understand the level of awareness for that person. Okay, so first, we have 3 steps here. We have step 1, step 2, step 3. So the first step is all called the ice-breaking step. At this point, you've not started conversation with the person, or probably you've had some conversation with the person on the person's post on Facebook, but you've not had a conversation with them in their inbox. You want to start up a conversation with them in their inbox. So you need to break the ice, just like a man, a stranger who wants to ask a lady out. You need to break the ice, Okay, so there are 3 strategies you can use to break the ice. So as for you to know what to say. A lot of people have that problem, that challenge. They don't know what to say. They are eager to prospect, but they always fall short of words. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to start the topic. They are introverted even online. So this can help you. This can guide you. And if you continue using this, you will be able to evolve, to craft the ones that works for you, to craft the principle that works well for you. Okay. The first one is form. Form strategy evolved to large strategy. The second one, I'll tell you how it happened. It was because of the continuous usage of form by some people that led them to craft out large. Form, when you are using form strategy, you first you discuss about the family with the person. People are always, okay, discussing about the family after you've had little, they know you, they've seen you, you've been liking their posts, you've been commenting on their posts, and then you just hop into their inbox and then ask, probably you saw a picture of the person and his kids. You ask about their family, how many kids do you have, and they will ask you as well that after replying you, they will ask you that how many kids do you have to, all this. So the problem with that is that if you don't have kids and you are prospecting somebody who is a parent, and the person has told you, we have 2 kids, one is 7, one is 9. The one of 9 is going to secondary school next time, and so on. After disclosing all this to you, the next thing, the person expects you as well to also share some of your information, but you are single, you are still a youth, you've not had any kids, you won't have much to say. So it was from the usage of form that led to the evolve crafting of lodge. So I'll get there. So for fun, you ask about the person's family, you discuss about family, you discuss about the person's occupation, you discuss about recreation. How does the person relax? How does a typical weekend or how does a typical public holiday go for that person? Especially if you're in a public holiday. Now we're in a lockdown, we're in the first public holiday for most people. They ask them, how does a typical day go? All this. And then you ask about money. How do they make money? Are they okay with their money and stuff like that? Okay. Now, lodge strategy. Like I said, lodge strategy came out as a result of people using form and they are single and they don't have what to talk about when it comes to prospect asking them for their family, for their kids, and for their wives and so on. So for you to use lodge, I like lodge so well. Ask about the person's location. One thing about lodge is that the first thing you'll be asking about is most likely going to have reflected in the prospect profile. So when you go to your prospect profile, Facebook will most likely disclose where that person lives. He lives in Ikoyi, Lagos. So you can craft a message around location. So I live in Ikoyi, Lagos too. Do you live in Ikoyi, Lagos? Or I see on your profile that I live in Ikoyi, Lagos. Wow, hope the rain is not affecting. You just bring out some recent issues happening around that location. Discuss about the location. Like there are some places in Nigeria that are very, very sunny. So for example, when you hear that someone stays in Abeokuta, just ask, how do they cope with sun? In Abeokuta, there's always scarcity of water, especially during the sunny period, during the dry season. So during the dry season, you can ask, if you find out that someone lives in Abeokuta, I want to break the ice, and ask, how are they coping with the water scarcity in Abeokuta? The person start to talk. The person start telling you about how the government was bad, they were supposed to do this, they were supposed to do borrow in this, and the person opens up for you to start the conversation, for you to continue the conversation with them. Then you ask about your occupation, this, you are chatting with somebody in the afternoon that the person is supposed to be at work and the person is replying you very well instantly. So you can ask, wow, seems you're on holiday or seems your job or your occupation gives you so much time to chat because this time you're supposed to, the person will open up and tell you, oh, I'm jobless, or oh, I'm this, I'm on holiday, I work from home, so I have time to do all this. The person will open up. Then recreation, how do they spend their holidays? How do they relax? Then you ask about the dream. Ask some few questions, take out some few questions from the dream questionnaire, the transformational questionnaire, ask about their dreams. So that is Lord's strategy to break the ice. So you can start with the location, occupation, recreation, and then dream. Okay. So when you're using the dream questionnaire, don't go through all the questions in the dream questionnaire. It will look like an interview. Just pick out 3 or 4 important ones and then give it to them. And as you are giving them the question and they are replying, also share some of the information. You ask for someone's dream car. It tells you this. You are also required to share your own information. Wow, love Mercedes-Benz. Well, I love BMW, and my favorite one is i8. And then so you share your information as well, so that it won't look like an interview. You won't look like somebody who is coming to obtain information from them to maybe hack their account or something. Okay. Then the third strategy to break the ice is CCO. I love CCO very well because it is it gives you results in a shortest period of time. It's straight to the point. But for you to use CCO very well, you need to have something in place. CCO help you lead the prospect to ask one particular question, and that has worked so well for me. I lead my prospect to ask me one particular question. I lead them to ask me, what do I do? Once they ask me what I do, I've already had a written down way to explain what I do in a very fantastic way that you will most likely want to open. You most likely want to know more. So I'm leading them to ask me that question. Whatever I'm asking them online, whatever chat, I don't want to introduce myself directly telling them I do this. No, I want them to ask me the question, what do you do? So once they open up by asking me that question, what do I do? Then I give them that explanation, that sweet explanation. But the explanation is not fixed. It depends on the level of awareness of the prospect or the kind of job the prospect does. Okay. So CCO, what you do is that you first give compliments, then you give them confidence, and then you ask an open-ended question. An open-ended question is a question that you cannot answer with yes or no. You have to add up some more information. A closed-ended question is a question you ask that it requires a yes or no answer. Are you good to go? It's either yes or no. Are you fine? Yes or no. So those are closed-ended questions. But open-ended questions are questions that leads the prospect to answer with much more information than yes or no. Okay. So here's an example of CCO. I gave an example here. This is a script that you can use for CCO. Firstly, remember, you give compliments, you give confidence, and then you ask an open-ended question. So this is you. I hope you can see the example here. This is you talking. I think you have an amazing personality. That is compliment. I think you have a very bright air. I think your sense of humor is very, very great. I think you are an influencer. I see a lot of comments and likes popping up on your post. Just look for a compliment, a genuine compliment from what you've seen on their profile and give it to them. I think you are an amazing personality. That's compliment. You will be good at what I do. You are giving them confidence. You will be good at what I do. You will find it so easy to excel at what I do. You will find it so easy to succeed at what I do. Confidence. And then you ask, what are your thoughts on working with me? An open-ended question. What that prospect will ask you 99% of the time is, what do you do? So remember, I said the principle is that I want to lead them to ask me what I do. So I give them my answer. Okay, so after asking, what are your thoughts on working with me? You ask these questions together. I think you're an amazing personality. You will be good at what I do. What are your thoughts on working with me? That is what you are sending to them. They will ask you, so what do you do? What are you into? Really? Okay, what do you do? Let me know more. Then I give them this answer. This is a formula you can use to craft an answer for yourself. The first answer you craft for yourself won't be perfect, but as you keep on evolving, as you keep on using it, you will see that you need to change some words. You will see that you need to explain something more in it. But don't be scared. Go through the first word and use it. Then you will see how you can evolve. Your answer will depend on your personality. You can't use my answer. So you need to understand that first craft the first one you're using, and then you evolve. So the formula is, I help W get X using X without Z. So you fill in this gap where you have W, X, Y, Z. I help dash get dash using dash without dash. Okay, so W is your target market. I help. So your target market can also change depending on the prospect you're talking to. You've discovered that this prospect in the profile, she is a teacher. You've seen in her profile that she's a primary school teacher. So when she asks you, so what do? You fix in her profession or something related to her as your W. So she's a teacher and she has asked you what you do. You will tell her, I help teachers. You understand? Then X is results people get when they work with you. I help teachers make more money. I help teachers make $300. I help teachers make additional income. I help teachers I help teachers travel out abroad for free. All this kind of example, all those benefits they can get working with you. Using X, what would they use? You will mention one of the tools they'll be using. I help teachers make additional income of $300 in a month using their Facebook account without requiring so much hour. So you take out one of the objections that you know is related to that person's profession or to that person's personality. You know, this person is a civil servant, and most likely, sometimes civil servants don't always have time. Or let's say somebody works in a bank, they don't always have time. So you'll have removed that objection from your answer. So I help bankers make extra income using their phone without working for more than 2 hours or without spending so much time. So you've removed the first objection that they can give you. Oh, I don't have time. So you have to understand, that's why I said at the beginning, you have to understand the level of awareness, the level of readiness of your prospect. So that's for you to know the strategy you will use and then the language, the choice of words. So I hope you get this. The formula is I help W get X using Y without Z. So W is the target market or the profession of your prospect. X is the result they will get when they work with you. Y is the tool they'll be using. And Z is the objection, one of the biggest objections that they can give at the beginning. So you take it out. So I help bankers make extra income using Zoom without spending so much time or without spending more than 2 hours or without spending more than 3 hours working per day. I hope you understand. If you understand, give me 2 in the comment section so I can move forward. Give me 2 in the comment section so I can move forward. Okay. Let me have your tools in the comments. Just type 2 in the comment section so I can move forward. Okay. All right. So that's very good. So this is a script you can put to use. Okay. So give compliments, give confidence, ask an open-ended question. You might not use this example I've given, but just understand the principle. Give a compliment to someone, give confidence to someone. You see somebody who has been doing Facebook Live. The person has always been doing Facebook Live on a Facebook wall, and you see that, wow. And your business also requires somebody coming on live to do presentation. So you can give compliments. Oh, you are doing so well with your Facebook Live. I've been following you for a while, all this. And then give confidence. For you to be doing your Facebook Live like this, you will be so good at what I do. You will excel very quickly at what I do. What are your thoughts on working with me? Just ask that question. Or ask any other open-ended question. What are your thoughts on making extra $300 this month? What are your thoughts on making extra $20 this month? What are your thoughts on making extra 100,000 naira this month? What are your thoughts on traveling to Indonesia for free next year or next 2 years or next month or next week? They will ask, what are your thoughts on, you can also bring in a promo that is running. What are your thoughts on getting an additional smartphone for free this month? So ask an open-ended question. They will ask then, so you must have prepared your answer. As they're asking you, so what do you do or how can I get it? You must have your answer and then give it to them. Putting in mind the level of awareness of your prospects, the level of their readiness and their environment. Okay. Now, the second thing you'll be doing after moving from that one, okay, let me go back and just give this to you. Okay. So look at the example here. I think you're an amazing personality. You'll be good at what I do. What are your thoughts on working with me? The prospect say, so what do you do? And then you are replying, oh, I help these people get this thing using this without having to go through this. Then you go straight to the next one. You go straight. This is the point where you give the invitation. You are doing prospecting and invitation in a shorter period of time. If I would use strategy that every report recommends, so you're adding it to, so just curious, if I gave you access to check out more information on a way to make money from social media, would you check that out? Or if I gave you, just curious, if I gave you access to check out some information on how you can make that additional $300 I talked about using the tools I mentioned without you going through this, would you check it out? No worries. If not, just thought I would ask. No worries if you are not, just thought if I was. So they'll tell you if they would like to see more information. Most likely you'll get a yes answer. But to be sincere with you, to be factual with you, I'm not someone who just come here and tell you all the sweet part. There are 3 answers you'll most likely get. 3 category of answers. And those are the 3 answers I get mostly when I use this strategy. 3 answers. But there are answers beyond these 3 answers, of course, but these are the most common ones you will get. So for you to, since you've known that you can get these 3 answers, then you should be prepared on how to answer these 3 answers. So here are the 3 answers. You can get yes or maybe. If they tell you maybe, you take it as if they told you yes as well. You can get a no, outright no, and you can get, hope it is not all this pyramid scheme, hope it is not this MLA, hope it is not this. You can even mention the name of some company, hope it is not like this, hope it is not this, hope it is not MMM, hope it is not all these sponsor scheme, hope it is, you can get those 3 categories of answer, yes, no, and hope it is not like pyramid scheme. So when they tell you yes, so this is what you can respond with. It is a visual thing. I need to show you. When do you have 47 minutes to take out of your life to potentially take the rest of your life off? Today, tomorrow, next Sunday by 9 p.m. Let me explain that. Presentation is always something you want them to see. It's not something you want to tell them via chat. You want them to come and see, in a platform, either one-on-one or in group. You want to show them some things. You want to show them some testimonials. You want to show them how the money comes in. You want to show them how they do. So it's a visual thing. You don't want to explain it to them on phone or via chat. Okay. So you need them to see it. So how long does your presentation take? If your presentation takes 1 hour, me personally, I dislike using things that almost everyone uses because there are a lot of things that have been bastardized online right now when it comes to online business. So most online business will tell you 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. So if your presentation takes 1 hour, make sure the time you are giving to the prospect is not a round figure. Don't tell them 1 hour. You can tell them 58 minutes. The presentation is just going to take 58 minutes, or the presentation is going to take just 62 minutes, or the presentation is going to take, if you use 45 minutes, don't make it round. You can say it's just going to take 43 minutes or 42 minutes. That strategy is used online when it comes to pricing. If you go on all these e-commerce platform or anyone who wants to sell anything online, the value of what they want to sell is 5,000 naira, but you find them putting 4,999 naira. The value of what they want to sell is 3,000 naira, but they won't tell you 3,000. They'll tell you the value is 2,999. That's another training for another day. It comes to pricing. Okay. So what they do is that instead of saying 5,000 naira, they're telling you 4,999 naira. What rings the most in your head is that 4,000 naira. So in your head, you have it in your subconscious that the price of what you want to get is 4,000 naira, not 5,000 naira. Meanwhile, there's no way, most times, almost everyone will even send a 5,000 naira. So they just take out that 1 naira out. Is something, they're working with your mind. They're trying to work with your mind. Okay, that's just it. So that's how this one goes to. Don't tell them 1 hour. You can tell them your presentation lasts for 58 minutes, or your presentation lasts for, don't give them a round figure. Okay. Now, for this answer as well, we have some people who have fixed days in the week they do presentation. So you cannot invite people just anyhow. You have to be available on these days. Okay. And we have some people who do presentation anyhow. When they get somebody today, they can do presentation with them today. Most people who do that already have pre-recorded video on a landing page. When the person says yes, just direct the person to the landing page, the person watches the video, and it's good to go. So, but for most people, I know a lot of people already have fixed days they have their presentation. So when you are inviting, make sure the option for your days reflects in this. That's why it reflected at the end of that message. So let me come again. You are replying the person with, it is a visual thing. I need to show you, when do you have 47 minutes to take out of your life to potentially take the rest of your life off? Today, tomorrow, or next Saturday by 9 p.m. That means this person saying this does presentation today, tomorrow, and Saturday, every 9 p.m. every day. So today is Monday, tomorrow is Tuesday and Saturday. So that means this person does presentation Monday, Tuesdays, and Saturday, 9 p.m. on each day. So you give them the option, they pick out. Okay, now there's another word here or phrase that I can change. You see, when do you have 47 minutes to take out of your life to potentially take the rest of your life off? To take out of your life, to potentially take the rest of your life off, can be changed. So you can just put the results they will get from working with you, the results you told them. Let's say, when do you have 47 minutes to take out of your life to learn how you can make additional $300 today, tomorrow, next Saturday? So you can fix in the results you want them to see, the results you want them to hear, that you think can entice them the most, that you think can get their attention the most in there. So the prospect will choose the time. Okay, I think today is okay by 9 p.m. Okay, so what you do is this. Please pay attention here. There's a mistake most people make here. I will send you, you are replying now, I will send you the invitation now, or the invitation link now. The presentation will begin by 9 p.m. You will be done by 9:47 p.m. and I will call you by 10 p.m. Does that sound fair? You must book follow-up call before bringing somebody for presentation. You are not booking follow-up after presentation. No, you must have booked the follow-up call before before sending the link to your Zoom meeting, to anything. So does that mean if I send you the link now and you attend by 9 p.m. and the presentation will end by 9:47, I will call you by 10 p.m. Does that sound fair? So you've already booked with him that even immediately after the presentation, you follow up. Why? Follow-up is one of the steps in our business that you can find, how would I put it, that people find so lazy to do. You might not have experienced it yet, but you are going to get there if you've not experienced it. If you are still having one person, two people coming for your presentation, you might have enough time for follow-up. But if you are doing massive follow-up, massive prospecting online, we had a presentation yesterday, and there were about over 50 people online live. On the group, we have over 1,200 people in the group. Imagine you have 1,200 people live on a presentation. How would you follow up with them? So you need to have a systematic way of following them up, or you need to have already booked your follow-up with them, because it is once you book the follow-up with them, you won't want to procrastinate when it's that time. So you already know that for you on your own schedule, you want to start the presentation by 9, you want to end by 9:45, then you should add an hour or two to your schedule that you're using for follow-up. So if you are starting your presentation by 9, know that from 9 up to 12 midnight is booked already for presentation and follow-up. So you do the follow-up immediately, back to back. So you get to answer their questions immediately. Okay. So you are not allowed to send the link of your presentation until you book a follow-up call with them. So the person might be okay with the time of your presentation, but might not be okay with time of follow-up. That means you shouldn't send them the link. You have to reschedule. The prospect must be okay with the time of the presentation and the time of the follow-up. The prospect might not be okay with 10 p.m. like it's here, but the person might fix you another time. Let's say, okay, it says, oh, I won't be chanced by 10, but what about 11? So you must book the follow-up call or the follow-up chat before sending the link at all. So this is what you go through if the prospect tells you yes, that they would like to know more about what you do. If the prospect tells you no, outright no, like he doesn't want to know, just go on and say, for example, no worries, got any plan for the rest of the week? Just what you are trying to do is just continue with the chat normally. Don't because of that end the chat with the person. Continue the chat until maybe 3 weeks later, or 1 month later, depending on how you do it. Some people you do 6 months later, some people do 3 months later before they go back to their prospect that has told them you know. So no worries, okay. Got any plan for the rest of the week, or got any plans for the rest of today? What are your plans for the week? And just switch over to the normal chat, social chat part, and then chat for a while. Then you go back again and give him another invitation. Okay. So the third answer you can get is hope it is not pyramid or MLM. You get this as well. I can assure you get it. Hope it's not all this pyramid, or hope it's not. They can even mention the name of the company or mention the name of someone that's been doing it wrongly online, because you have a lot of people who are doing it wrongly online. So here's what you have to say. Please listen very well. When most people tell you this answer, when they give you this answer, hope it is not pyramid, hope it's not MLM, what they are trying to say is that it's not directly negative every time. Sometimes they don't know what the name of what you are doing is. People don't know, some people don't know what network marketing is. So they can give you a name of another company, or they can give you a name of company that they think is doing network marketing. They can say, okay, hope is not MMM. MMM is not doing network marketing. MMM is a Ponzi scheme. So what you need to do is that you shouldn't be defensive. You shouldn't be confrontational. You shouldn't take it as if MLM is no, like that. Don't just calm. What you need to do is that tell them this. Well, what do you mean by that? Let them explain what they mean by pyramid that they said. They said hope is not pyramid. Try to understand what they mean by pyramid. Try to understand when they say hope is not MLM. Try to understand what they mean by hope is not MLM. When they mention the name of the company, hope is not like XYZ. Tell them, let them explain what they mean by that, or let them explain their experience. So you listen, just ask them, well, what do you mean by that? And shut up. Just hold your lips and don't say any other thing. Let them explain. This works so well, especially if you are on a video call or you are one-on-one with the person. Even online, it works as well. So let them explain. If you're in the middle of the chat and it's going that way, and give it to them, they will explain. If their explanation befits MLM, befits what you do, then you tell them, yes, exactly, that's it. And then you move on with your invitation process. Don't try to justify anything again. If what they're telling you is that, okay, is it, I'll come in and I'll do this, this normal thing we do that we have to do to make money in this industry, if that's what they're explaining and it befits, just tell them, yes, exactly, that's how it is. That's what we do. That's what this person did and he made this amount of money. And I want to teach you how to do it. So just move on with your invitation process. Don't defend anything, don't justify anything. If the explanation does not fit into your description, what you can describe MLM as, or what you can describe the 10 business opportunity as, just tell them seriously, of course not, and then move on with your invitation process. Because if you try to explain at this point, they are saying seriously, of course not, and you are trying to explain, it will lead you to start saying information that you are supposed to reserve for presentation. Remember, you are not supposed to present when you are at the invitation stage. You are not supposed to present when you are at the invitation or prospecting stage. So if you try to explain, if you try to defend, if you try to justify this, it will lead you to start discussing. Or if you try to compare and say, no, it's not like this is how we do our own, you start putting out information that are supposed to reserve for presentation. You will have been doing presentation already. So just go through this. When the explanation defeats what you can describe MLM as, or what you can describe TN's business opportunity as, tell them yes, exactly, and then move on with the invitation process. So when would you like, today, tomorrow, next tomorrow by 9 p.m., when would you be chance to take out from your life or from your time 47 minutes in order for you to be able to learn how to make additional $230, just continue with your invitation process like that, as if they've given you a positive answer. Okay. When they tell you seriously, of course, when they tell you that when they give you the explanation that does not befit what you can describe MLM as, or that befits what you can describe TN's business opportunity as, just say seriously, of course not. Then move on with your individual process again. When do you have 47 minutes to take out of your life to potentially take the rest of your life, or today, tomorrow, or when do you have 47 minutes to take out of your life to see how you can make additional? Just move on with your individual process as if it is normal. Okay. If you understand this, please give me three. Give me three in the comment section. Give me three in the comment section if you fully understand this. Let me have you give me three. So these are the three kind of answers that you most likely get are very, very popular and common that you get. Give me three, give me three. Okay, that's very good. All right. Now, here are some tips you need for you to have a better invitation. Okay. Use right language. I've talked about level of awareness and the choice of word you need to use. The word refer has been bastardized online. That's the truth. Don't let us lie to ourselves here. It has been bastardized. Everyone is referring. Even businesses that are not supposed to be referring. Almost everyone is referring. Refer and get this. Referral code. Refer and get this. So people are already scared of it because they've been into a business, a referral business, and it has not gone so well with them because of lack of training or exaggeration at the beginning. So instead of using refer, use introduce. Substitute the word refer for introduce. Instead of saying you need to refer 4 people, just say you will need to introduce 4 people. That is, and this is just an example of one of the languages you need to use depending on the level of awareness. There are some people, I've met someone from my team. The person told one of my associates that he wants a referral business directly. I'm telling you the truth. The person said he likes anything that has to do with referral, like he's saying it. So such kind of person, you've known his level of awareness, his level of readiness. So you know what to say, you know the language to use for him. Okay, so for generally, the word refer has been bastardized, especially online. So instead, substitute introduce. Okay. Another tip is have an enticing theme. I'll go first here. Have an enticing theme. So when you are having your presentation, each presentation, please listen, each of your presentation must have a theme. A theme is like a topic, what you want to discuss there. Don't have your presentation having the same topic when you are prospecting. It must have different topics, different themes, what you want to discuss. So the theme must be sweet and must be what your ideal prospect wants to hear. Different presentation, different theme. So if you're having 3 presentations in a month, 4 presentations in a month, each of them must have different theme. So the theme will be the one enticing and attracting a class of prospects, caliber of prospects, a category of prospects. So have different themes every time. The theme should reflect in your prospecting. The theme should have reflected in your prospecting, what you really want to discuss about in your presentation. Okay? The theme can carry the benefit of MLM or TNs. Now, an example, how to build a profitable business online using Zoom and Facebook. That is a theme. That is what you want to discuss about in your presentation tomorrow. And you want to prospect today. That means this must have reflected in your prospecting, in your invitation as well. Another example is how to make 200,000 naira in 3 months without manufacturing a single product. It works. You can try that out if it works for you. In a sense, we don't produce the product. It's already taken care of by our partner. Okay. So, but you can make the money. You can make 200,000 naira. So you prepare your slides and show them the calculation of how they can make 200,000 naira in 3 months. It's already there in our conversion plan. And then, of course, we don't manufacture products. So you should have different things every time. Don't use the same thing every time. Different things will attract different category of people. Okay. Another tip I'm going to give you right now is have a case study. Okay. Now, what is a case study? Case study, what I'm trying to say here is that for every presentation, we always put out testimonial stories, success stories of people who enjoyed something intense or who had a transformation intense and so on. So craft the testimony to be presented in your presentation as a case study. You know you want to use Everard's story in your presentation. So craft it from the prospecting that you will show them highlights of the presentation you are bringing them to. You will show them how a great man made this amount of money, blah, 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 in so number of days or anything. Craft it as a case study why you are prospecting and why you are inviting. So you want to show them this and that and that. So, and it will relate because you'll be showing them Everard video of a success video in the presentation. So make the case study appear at your prospecting and invitation stage. This is one of the presentation we had maybe I think 2 weeks ago. So this was the thing. I just screenshot this to put on here to give you an example. We brought in one of our team members, so and she shared her story how I went from making 20,000 naira in a month as a female baba in Nigeria to making 6 figures per month, even during the COVID-19 lockdown. This was a before picture. This is our present, a more recent picture. And in the middle, we have screenshots that proves that they approve the amount of money we are seeing. So there is one missing here. We had two screenshots. She made over, I think, 150,000 naira in March. So 150,000 naira, that's 6 figures in naira. So how I went from making 20,000 naira in a month as a female baba in Nigeria to making 6 figures per month, even during the COVID-19 lockdown. That was the theme for that presentation that day. And then she came on and she shared her story. So if you don't have recorded videos of testimony, you are using Zoom, bring the person who has testimony to share testimony live. Bring them on when it's time for testimony. They share that testimony live. They show proof. They show screenshots. They can share screen on their phone and go to their VShare and show where the bonus is, or have a screenshot, show them proof live, show them live proof. Not every time you should use recorded video. Just show them proof. Let the person come on live. Let the person talk. Let the person show them proof of what the person has achieved. It's stronger. So that is tip number 3. Tip number 4: use storytelling. Put out quality content in form of storytelling to draw attention of your reader and the awareness to the presentation. The content will be in line with the theme. So you already have a theme. You can once you have a theme and you share to your downline, share to your team members, it is the theme that you are sharing, that you are having for that week, that will determine the kind of content your team members will be putting out to bring in prospects for that presentation, to invite prospects for that presentation. So use storytelling for your invitation. Craft the story, craft your story, craft someone else's story, craft your before and after story. It does not have to be a before and after story. Does not have to be something so wide. You're making 0 naira before and you're making 5 naira. No, you were like this yesterday and you're now like this. You were a smoker yesterday. Today you are no longer a smoker. It is a story. Share with them how you're able to stop it. You're able to stop smoking yesterday. And you're able to stop what you were doing yesterday with your smoking today with the help of mental bankers. Share it. And would you love to know about mental bankers? Blah, 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 blah. This. So without any story, you were like this in the morning, and in the evening you're not like this. In the morning you were so moody, you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, and now 1 p.m. you are now like this. What did you do? What helped you move from that to this? Share with them with curiosity. Don't tell them everything, and tell them that there's a place they will come and get the full information, and then put up the highlights. You are going to learn how to do this highlights. You're also going to learn how you can make 200,000 naira in 3 months or in 4 months. You're also going to learn this. You're also going to learn this. Use storytelling. It's very, very powerful. Okay. Number 5, use curiosity. Like a movie, we all watch movie, and we all watch movie once in our life, or we all see movie every time. Okay, so what you first see when the movie is about to release is the trailer. In the trailer, they pick only the most interesting and intriguing part in that movie out. They combine it and make it into a video to give to people. They watch in 15 minutes, in 10 minutes. Wow, they pick out only the most interesting parts of the movie. Remember, but the remaining, what happened? Somebody was like this. Spider-Man was in the sun. The next scene is jumping down on the earth. What happened? How sorry, I lost connection. Please, if you are still live with me, please let me know. Just say live. Just say live. If you are still live with me, say live. Okay. Okay, all right. I lost connection for a few seconds, and now we are back. Okay, so as I was saying, Spider-Man was on the moon, and in 2 seconds he just jumped to the earth, and it was on the earth. He's now on earth. The trailer won't show how it happened. The trailer just showed it was on the moon, and after a few seconds it's on the earth. For you to know what happened, how he did it, how he was able to pull that trick, you need to watch the video. You need to watch the movie. So that's what happened. Use curiosity. Don't go about exposing all the information about the opportunity, about your business, everything at the prospecting or invitation stage. Don't go about exposing all the information. There are certain information you need to keep. There are certain information you need to reserve for presentation. Okay, if you are still on with me, let me hear you say live so I can know we are together. So I move on. So we are talking about curiosity. Don't put out all the information out there at the prospecting and invitation stage. Keep some. Use curiosity as it is being used in movie trailers. Okay, all right. Then the sixth tip is don't believe a prospect when they tell you they will remember. When you've invited somebody, you have a presentation today, and you've invited them since yesterday. Don't believe, even if the presentation is by 2 p.m. today, and you just invited somebody by 12 noon, don't believe they will remember. Just have that document that it's a lie. Like someone once told me that if you want to be successful when it comes to driving on the road, if you want to have less accidents, want to be involved in less accidents, just while you're on the road, just have it at the back of your mind that every other person driving with you, they are insane. If you believe that this person, if he wants to turn left, he's supposed to put on his pointer, he's supposed to put on his, navigator and stuff like that, and you believe that, you might get yourself involved in an accident. Believe that everybody is mad on the road. You are the only insane person. You are the only one who knows that you need to do the right thing. Just believe that. So with that, you won't expect too much of people on the road. Same as when you are inviting. Don't expect them to remember. Keep on reminding them, but don't bombard them with reminders. Keep that reminder at a reasonable interval. Okay, all right. Now, everything we're talking about, we are coming to a conclusion. One of the most important things you need to know is that you need influencers in your team. If you don't have influencers in your team, you'll find it so hard for you to push, for you to move to the next level so easily, and for you to be able to build a dynasty, for you to be able to, have a succession plan if you don't have influencers. Okay, so your goal online while you're inviting is for you to know those who are influencers already, and for you to know those who can be turned into an influencer and those who can't be turned into an influencer. Understand them. Understand that, okay, this one is a potential influencer, this one is an already made influencer, or this one cannot even get there, depending on their dream. So a report says you need an average of 25 influencers to hit $1 million yearly in our business. 25 influencers. So let me give you the characteristics of influencers. One, they are independent. They move from being dependent faster than others. When you get a prospect and they are signed up, the first stage, they will be dependent on you for every information, for every training. Secondly, the second stage is for them to move from being dependent to being independent. And after being independent, they move to being interdependent on their upline and their own thing. So those who move very fast from being dependent to being independent are potential influencers. Okay. Second characteristic of influencers are they are problem solvers. They bring solutions, or at worst have solved problems to their upline. Not every time bringing problem. Sometimes they bring have solved problems already. Problems that already have solved, that they've already made effort. Oh, I don't know how to do this, but I have checked this place and this place and this place. These are what I get. Which one should I choose? These are problems that I already have solved. Not every time I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this. They are problem solvers. They take steps to also solve problems to themselves. Okay. 3, influencers are consistent. They are always showing up no matter what. 4, they create action. Influencers, their presence in your team creates more sales and more achievements. And then 5, they have big vision. They have big dreams for themselves and for the team. Not for themselves alone, for themselves and for the team. Now, this question is to you. Do you have these 5 characteristics? You yourself, do you have these 5 characteristics? Are you an influencer? Can you be an influencer? Okay. Do you have these 5 characteristics? Understand if you have these 5 characteristics. Okay. This is it. If you are able to produce an influencer, you are an influencer yourself. If anyone from your team becomes an influencer, you are an influencer. Okay, that's it. For you to be able to produce an influencer, that makes you an influencer as well. Okay. So do you have these 5 characteristics? Okay. Second question, how many people in your team fit this characteristic? Remember, a report says you need an average of 25 influencers, 25 people who fit this characteristic for you to be able to hit $1 million mark yearly. So how many people, now take a stock of your team members? You might have 100,000 downlines, you might have 200,000 downlines, you might have 50 downlines, you might have 10 downlines, you might have 100 downlines. How many of them fit this category? How many of them can become an influencer? This will let you know that you need to either build some people up faster to become an influencer, or to go all out there and search for people who can potentially be an influencer. So while you are inviting at the invitation, then understand, get to know those who can become influencers, get to know those who are already made influencers, and those who can't meet up the potential at all. Okay. Finally, set goals, go into the world and invite your next influencer. Action will further improve you. If you put this into action, this little information you've gotten today, if you put it into action, it will further improve you. You will evolve into something better, into something uh, more interesting and more result producing. Okay, so this is the end of the training for today. I hope you all got a lot of information here today. Moderator.
Okay, thank you so very much, Mr. Ayodeji Ogushola. That was indeed a powerful presentation from you there, talking about how you can make compelling invitations for people to attend your presentation. That was indeed a wonderful one. Thanks a lot, Ayodeji. And I want to believe a lot of people have gotten value today. And oh, already I'm seeing the hands raised up. Okay. So we will just start taking the hands. And it was just within time. In less than 1 hour, you've given us a powerful training that so many people have benefited a lot from. That was a wonderful one. Thanks again, and Mr. Ayodeji Ogushola. I really appreciate this. Okay, I will start from our great leader whose hand is already raised up, Professor Oliver AK, one of our director level leaders. Of course, we have two, and he's one of them. Let's welcome our great leader, Director Oliver AK. Please, Sam, you are muted, sir.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. And Ayodeji does a very brilliant presentation. It's well appreciated, and I would like you to keep it up. What I want to say here is this. I would like all of us to see reasons to do a thorough, let me repeat, thorough, very, very thorough follow-up. Because if you go to toilet and you finish using the toilet and they come out without cleaning your anus, certainly you keep smelling and you keep smelling. So that is how it is when you, after all you have done to get somebody to do this business and you didn't do a thorough follow-up, you keep remaining where you are. That is the smelling the other side of it. You remain where you are. You begin to wonder all you have done, but no result. That is effectiveness. All that you said is wonderful. Well, in fact, the digital world will make it easier. Well, then we use cutlass and hoe to dig, to till the ground. But now you guys have provided sophisticated weapons to work with. Well presented. I appreciate this. Well done.
Okay, thank you so much, dear leader, Professor Oliver Eke. Thanks a lot for the comment. Okay, we will take in another hand raised up. Positive, please, you are unmuted. Can we hear you right now, please?
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, hi, good
Good
morning.
morning. Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah, thanks a lot for the presentation. In fact, I'll need to step up. I'll need to follow this directive. My question here is that I'd like to know if there's any specific hour to be online, like to go on this when you're chatting. Is it going to be what hour of the day? Is it morning, afternoon, or evening, or any? Is there any time? That's my question. Hello.
If there's any specific hour to be online,
Yes, to ask like to prospect online. Is morning okay or afternoon or evening?
depends on your choice and it depends on whom you are talking with. If your target market is married women, you might not be able to be on chat with them in the night. If your target market is people who are already working, who are employed, you might not be able to chat with them in the afternoon. So it depends on the person, it depends on your target market, those who you are targeting. That is, if you are talking to youth students, I think you can chat with them anytime. Youth start up to 10 p.m., 11 p.m., 12 noon, sometimes 1 a.m. So it depends on the kind of people you are chatting with and the kind of people you have as your target market.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot. Positive, thanks, your Deji. Okay, we have, well, the name is not here. Okay, Honor 8 Light. Let's hear you if you know that's the name you logged in with.
All right, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Ayodeji, for your lecture. I'm always looking forward to your trainings. So my question is, Nigerians are data conscious. So Zoom really zaps a lot of data. Even people that are working or whatever, people are just managing data or whatever. Except people that are abroad, they know that how they do their data, whether it's free or something. But Nigerians are very conscious of data. So if you're using Zoom or Facebook zaps data as well, but not like Zoom. So which platform can one use to prospect people or that is less data consuming? Thank you.
Okay, do you mean for presentation? What platform will you use for presentation? Okay, I think you are asking
Okay,
what
I'm
platform
here.
is. I think you're asking what platform is better for presentation.
That
Zoom,
doesn't
Facebook.
take a lot of data.
That doesn't take a lot of data.
Yes.
I can't particularly say because I've not even monitored that. I use both. But what you just need to understand is the pros and cons of the platform you want to make use of. If you are using Zoom, Zoom gives you the chance to allow, just like you have been allowed to ask a question verbally, your voice is, you can hear your voice. Zoom gives you the chance to allow your prospect to talk. You can allow your prospect to talk with their voice. Facebook Live does not allow that, except the person is, you are inviting them as a guest on the screen. Facebook, the only way you can reach out, the only way your prospects can reach out to you while the presentation is going on Facebook is via text. So it depends on what you want to achieve. It depends on what you really want to get exactly. If you want your prospect to be able to ask their questions, I prefer Zoom for one-on-one. If you're having one-on-one with someone, Zoom is better than Facebook Live. But if you're having for group, then another advantage for Facebook is this. When you are doing Facebook Live, if you are using Facebook Live, you'll be doing it on the Facebook group. So here's the advantage of Facebook over Zoom in that area. When you bring in the prospects on your Facebook group for them to be able to attend your Facebook Live, your presentation, after the presentation, they will still be retained on the group. They will still be retained. My team and I, we make use of Facebook Live for presentation. We use Zoom for training. We don't use Zoom for presentation. We use Zoom for training. We use Facebook Live for presentation. Why? Everyone whom we've invited, we have over 1,200 people now on the group. We've been inviting them. They've been going through our presentation, but on Facebook Live, they will be retained in that group. So even after the presentation, you can still send them message the next day, the third day. If you have an offer, they'll be retained on that group. But on Zoom, once you are done with Zoom presentation, that's the end. You have to try to get back to them on WhatsApp or another thing. So that's the advantage of Facebook over Zoom. And then most people because most of your prospecting is on Facebook. You are prospecting from Facebook. That means they already have Facebook account. It will be easy for them to be invited from Facebook to a Facebook group than inviting them from the Facebook to Zoom. So it depends on the level of awareness. But there are some people who don't care. There are some people who specifically request for Zoom presentation. They want Zoom presentation. So it depends on the level of awareness. Some people don't care about the data. Another advantage of Facebook Live is that after your presentation, the video can still be retained on the group for people who came late, for people who missed the presentation to come and join. But after Zoom training, once it's done, that's the end, except if it was recorded and you upload it. So they have their pros and they have their cons. They have their advantages and their disadvantages. Then on on Zoom like this, any of your prospects can't just speak up. Any of your prospects who's having negative, who has something negative to say, can't just speak up, except you, the host, unmute the person. Okay, but on Facebook, as you are running your presentation, everyone has the chance to be chatting, to be saying anything in the comment section. You can keep on bringing in negative comments. But what we did in that area is that we always appoint somebody in our team who is the moderator of our presentation. The person always intact. The person always in the comment section. The person negative comments blocks anybody. If you bring up any negative comments while presentation is going on, you are blocked within 1 second. Within not up to 1 second, you'll be blocked immediately. You'll be removed immediately. So that is it. So they have their pros and they have their cons. I can't say one is better than one. So it depends on what you want to achieve.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Ayodeji, for that. Thanks a lot for that powerful contribution, and that's a very good one. Okay, if you're watching us on Facebook Live as well, please, and you have questions, you may want to drop your question on our Facebook page where you're watching. We'll also attend to your questions immediately. We'll just read up for Mr. Ayodeji, and then he can attend to it. Okay, so let's get Mr. Matthias Okafor, please. You are muted. Can we hear you, please? Matthias Okafor. Mr. Matthias, you're muted. Otherwise, I move to the next person. Okay, let's get Dr. Sidney Ayem. Please, let's get you, sir.
Hello, everyone. An
Hello.
amazing one from you. Thank you. Ayodeji, this is great. Again, you nailed it. This is great. An amazing presentation. I always look forward to listening to you. This is great. You're doing so well.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, this is the time for online activities and all that. It is also time for people to step up their activity, which is why this training is very apt. And for anyone who might be skeptical or kind of dodgy about spending money on data, 500 naira will give you about 1 gig to 1.5 gig, enough to do Zoom or anything, even though it zaps it, but it is less than you having to take public transport to wherever you want to go and come back. It's less than you having to fuel your car to go for a presentation and come back. And what we're saying here is at the point of invitation, if the person actually says, yes, I'm curious to come for this, then he should be able to sacrifice that little thing on data. If he can't sacrifice that, I don't know whether that's the kind of person I really want, who cannot sacrifice data to capture his dreams. I don't know. So when it comes to that, I'm just open to it, to give it to you that, yes, if you really want this, you will be able to sacrifice this. If you can't sacrifice it, maybe you are not, you can't justify that dream. It's not justifiable. If you can, and you can imagine the advantage one is going to be getting from being present at the presentation, to listen to that information. So I think that is not an issue for argument. What I think one should do is from the outset, during the engagement, during the invitation prospecting period, that's the point to actually sound them out, to assess their level of curiosity. If the person is curious, he's going to do anything to get that information. I can imagine within this period, within this month, I've bought online trainings worth over $70 within this period. This month, this particular month alone, I bought about $70 online training. And this is also happening because I'm curious to get it. So even if I think that my account can be hacked, my bank account can be hacked, I move money to an account that I'm not using all the time. I use it. I purchase the training and all that. So that shows curiosity. If one is really curious to get that, at this point, when we're talking about online invitation, online activities and all that, what is the next alternative? If we don't have any other thing and the person thinks that this is time for him to do something online, I'm sure he would like to do that. One thing, I appreciate you so much. This is down to earth. This is really, really an eye-opener for so many things. Ayodeji, you're great. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And if we have only babies that are not willing to make sacrifices in our team, it's going to be a lot of problem. Mind you, on social media, there are a lot of numbers you're going to be crunching, a lot of names, a lot of people who you're inviting at the time. If you are doing a lot of invitation, then you won't bother about the negative people. But if you're just inviting one or two persons and he says no, then you want to die on top of inviting that one person. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thanks.
Okay, thanks a lot, Dr. Sidney, our international trainer. Thank you so much. Matthias Okafor, if you're ready now, you're unmuted. Please, can we hear you?
Yeah, good afternoon, all.
Yeah, good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon, all. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. We can hear you, Matthias. Just go ahead. Hit it on the head.
Okay, thank you very much. I am very, very happy to listen to this program this morning. Mr. Ayodeji, you've done greatly well. I am so impressed. But I have a little question I want you to clear. You know, when we come to online business, most Nigerians are very scared. And this prompts the point of so many people giving some rejections, especially when it comes to the point of payment or maybe registration and all that. So the scaling part of the online, how do you think we should be able to handle it perfectly well so that people can have the confidence of paying when we say, oh, maybe, or I'm talking about those who haven't met before. So they don't know you before. It's just online you meet. So, but to the point of payment, people become so scared and begin to suspect a lot of things due to a lot of issues that happen online. So how best way do you think we should be able to handle it, our approach? Thank you very much.
Okay, that is one of the common objections right now, based on the level of awareness of the country, based on the level of readiness of the country to move into online activity. And we've had a lot of, scams and all this that, so they can't be blamed. But you should understand that there's something you can do, and here is it. Actually, that is not the point of the training today, but I'll just briefly answer that so that you have an understanding. There's a formula that you need to have, the overall formula for everything online. This is the overall formula. No matter what, no matter the training you take, no matter anything, the overall formula is T plus V plus O equals to sales. Traffic plus value plus offer equals to sales. The first thing you need to do online is to put traffic. The second thing is to give value. The third thing is to give an offer to get sales. So the one that relates to your question is value. When you give value, I'm not talking about motivation, I'm talking about real value. You will be taken as somebody that can be trusted. Value will help you build your know, like, and trust factor. Value, one of the ways you can give value is by putting out regular content that your traffic can read, they benefit from, they are implementing and are getting results for free. You can teach them a lot of things for free. This training, this series of training we have on Zoom every week, almost every 2 days or 23 days, it's one of the value you can give. Look at what is the worth of this training. This training is worth 5,000 naira actually. This invitation training is worth 5,000 naira. You value your training, you value what you are giving, and you're telling them you are giving it to them for free. Because they implement what you are doing. That's why every content you want to be putting out online is something your audience can implement and can do. Not something theoretical that you just read and give you thumbs up. No, something you make it so practical. So any one of your audience that reads your content, that listens to you and makes use of the information you're giving out, and it's work for him. In the future, if you ask that person to pay, they're going to pay. Let me give you an example of how it works. 2 weeks ago, we had a presentation, and we had somebody from Qatar paid, all the way from Qatar paid to sign up in Nigeria and to purchase $200 package in Nigeria, all the way from Qatar, not even going to Qatar sense of it, not going to Dubai office or anything. Paid because of value. The person has seen the value the upline has been giving in our team back to back. He has been practicing those values, free value, and he has been getting results, and he has been seeing positive changes. So it got to a point where he wanted to work more with the upline, with the person, and the person brought him to the presentation. He paid directly all the way from Qatar. He's a Nigerian working in Qatar. He paid all the way from Qatar to Nigeria, and the product package was sent to his mom in Ikorodu while he's in Qatar, and it's operating all the way from Qatar. Why? Because of value. So what you need to do is to give value. Value will help you get over the wall of resistance from your prospects. Keep on giving value back to back. But make sure your value, what you are giving out as value, is something they can make use of immediately, they can implement. You tell them how they can, how they can set up WhatsApp, for example. That's simple. How somebody can set up WhatsApp group, and the person took the steps you gave out, he implemented it, and WhatsApp group was set up successfully. If you tell that person anything the next time, he will listen to you. He will listen to you up to the point where you get where you give him offer. Remember the formula. You pull traffic, you give them value before you give the offer. You don't just pull traffic and give them offer online when you are doing massive. You put traffic, you give them value, keep on giving them value every day must be consistent. There are ways, that's another training for another day, how you can get what you post, how you can get what you can give out that can actually be implemented practically by the prospect. So when they've been implementing your value and it has been working out for them, they will believe you. They'll believe you no matter what. They'll believe you. They'll see that you stand out. Scammers don't come and give value every day. Scammers just come once in a while and people want to pick and run back again. But you that are saying back to back every day, you are giving value, they are accessing your information and it's working out for them. They will believe you. So that's how it works. So keep on providing them with value, practical value, posts, not you can do it. No, that's not what I'm about. Value. Teach them something. Teach them out something that they need. You know where they're coming from. If your audience, if most people on your wall, on your Facebook, for example, are single mothers, teach them how a single mother can survive. You know, something that relates to them that they can make use, and they keep on making use. It will get to a point where they will have to be coming to your Facebook wall every morning because they know you'll have dropped something that they are using and they are implementing. They'll be thanking you. We've had people before they signed up with us. We've had people asking us that they should be charged offline and online. We're doing a package right in our team one time like that, even before the lockdown. They were asking us, they were telling us that they should be charged, that what we are giving to them, that they should be charged. They are even giving the person who invited them, they are giving them money before they invited them for presentation. From the value, like, wow, why would you be giving all this for free? They were requesting for their bank details and they were giving them money. So those kind of people, when you ask them to buy something from you, or when you ask them to sign up, someone that's already been willing to give you money, they will definitely. So the trick is that give to your prospects, make them feel they are stealing from you. Make your prospect feel they are stealing from you. Give them something, you'll be like, wow, how can this person give this type of it? Wow, let me quickly get on it. So they get on it, it will build their followership. And once they are good followers, they will definitely purchase, no matter what platform you want to send them to pay to.
Okay, thank you so much, Ayodeji, for that wonderful one again. Let's get yet another hand. Mr. David, you are unmuted. Can we hear you, please?
Good afternoon, great leaders.
Yeah, good
I'm
afternoon,
speaking
Mr.
from
David.
Ghana.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow, you're welcome, Mr. David, all the way from Ghana.
yeah,
Good to have you on board.
thank you. I would like to know whether this presentation can always be recorded and distributed. Because when we replay, I think we retain a lot of things better. We retain and we try to master the training better than just once listening to it. That's my question. Is it possible?
Yeah, okay, Mr. David. I guess you chatted me up and I had sent you a link. This training is already on our Facebook Live, also showing at the same time, and you can always visit it at any point in time. Okay, and it's also on our YouTube page, our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is TNS Nigeria. Okay, and
Okay.
no problem. You send me your email address. I can download it and I'll forward to you if you can download direct. Or you can go to our YouTube channel. You also have it there. You can download directly from our YouTube channel. If downloading from Facebook is a bit difficult for you, but not a problem. But it's there on our Facebook page and the link I sent. I may be sending the link again to the group chat for everyone to see. Just go there. It's there permanently. Anytime you visit our Facebook page, sorry, you can see it, and of course our YouTube channel, you can see it. So it's is on the chat now. You can then just click the link at any time you would watch this training over and over. All our trainings are there. Okay, does that answer you, Mr. David?
Clearly. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. David.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the absence of no other hand, really want to appreciate all of us, and of course, indeed appreciate our great leader, Mr. Ayodeji, who took us today. I can see we have a couple of persons from Ghana who are joining up. Okay, I'm seeing wow, I'm seeing one of our big leaders. It would be a crime if I don't get to introduce him all the way from Ghana. Wow. I will mute you, sir. Can you just greet us? Mr. Stephen Akwasiopuni, you're muted. Can we just hear something from you, our dear leader, Mr. Stephen?
Wow. Thank you very much. And thank you very much, Professor Oliver, Dr. Sydney, Dr. Wendy, Mr. Magimbani, Mr. Bachu, and our awesome brother, Oyo D. Joseph. You have really inspired us. I'm so much moved with you. The first time I met your program with Professor Oliver, I fall in love with you. And today I've taken my time to listen to you very well quietly, and I've really enjoyed. What I would say is that it is time for the online. COVID-19 has already introduced us to online that we were not using. And let me tell you, many people have used this online for many years, but because we were so much close to our friends and family, we thought we have enough resources and we didn't need the online. But right now, the COVID-19 system time has changed everything. And I'm telling you, in my business, when COVID-19 started, it has really helped me one way or the other, because we only the first month that we drop a little, from that month, every month we move forward. Why? Because those people who were not coming to meetings, now we are reaching them in their houses. So when they are there, they will go to the platform and they see training and they come on board. Some of them, we record the training and send it to them. And now if I check the bonus payment list, now it has doubled. The people who were taking bonuses, now it has increased. Many people are saying that COVID-19 has killed their businesses. But let me tell you, I beg to differ. I can tell you point blank that it has really helped us. Even now, my church is on platform, my business is on platform. I'm doing enabling on a platform. Almost, I'm in touch with almost everybody. So I'm very, very happy to join you today. And brother and sister, I'm encouraging each and every one. Don't say the online people steal another thing. Yes, it is there. If you go to Oshedi market and you ease yourself, your money will go out of your pocket. But have you stopped going to Oshedi market? You go. If you go to Alaba and you don't take care, your money will go out of your hands. But have you stopped going to Alaba? You go. If you go to Ajimota and you don't get a better boss, sometime on top there, you may be attacked. But have you stopped going to Ajimota? You go. So if there is an opportunity here, brothers and sisters, let's grab it. And I'm so much proud about our young brother, Joseph, so much, because he has dived into deep side of it. He had, read much and then practically done it. So this is empirical evidence. He's showing us what he has done and how much success he has achieved through that. And brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, now it's a new chapter of things. Now it's a new chapter of our lives. If we embrace this thing, in the near future, we are going to, the amount of money we have been taking will be a thing of the past. We are now going to take things that are much more bigger than before. And I can tell you the time is now. So start it today. Don't be perfect like our brother Joseph before you start doing it. Do it as much as you can. Failing is part of the process of learning. So fall down and get up. 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 By the time you know how to tread cautiously, you have become billionaire. So may God bless all of you. And the Nigeria office, may God bless you so much, because you are holding it and making sure all your members are on board, most especially the leaders, and most especially my brother, my fellow Ghanaian, Mr. Mbachu, all the way from Abuja, online. In fact, you have done well. May God bless you so much. And I wish you all the best. In the near future, when COVID-19 is over, you will see me there live by the grace of God. But before I sign off, my brother Joseph, I was already looking for you. I'm the one who was chatting with you. And I'm looking for you because I wanted to have the same program with you in Ghana. And I'm happy to see Nigeria office has taken the lead. And I will chat with you and we'll continue so that we have the whole Ghana listening to you. May God bless you so much. And may God bless you. See you at the top. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, great leader, Mr. Stephen Opuni. Thanks a lot. It's so interesting to hear from you and, of course, to see your face. Thank you so much. Okay, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, without further waste of time, we will be trying to sign off at this time. Okay, on the chat, you would have noticed that we had forwarded our ongoing promos. Please take some time and read through it. And we have so many amazing offers for you this particular month. Don't miss it at all. I would have enough time to go through it all over again because we need to sign up now. Once again, thank you so much for being part of this wonderful training. Okay, we really do appreciate us. And we say thank you so much. Mr. Yodeji, thank you so much for this yet another powerful one. We really appreciate you. Okay, for all of us who worked up on Facebook Live, thank you so much. Those who are watching on Twitter, thank you so much. Those on YouTube, thanks a lot. Okay, bye-bye, everyone. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I will be unmuting. I will be unmuting. Then we can all just greet ourselves shortly. I will mute everyone. We greet ourselves.